Okay, my favorite YouTubers are Slip and Disc. Absolutely.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, John, so when did you start playing, and what's your PDGA number?
Right, so I started playing in 1994 back in Bloomington, Indiana. There was basically we played object just south of the stadium and threw pieces of plastic as hard as we could at trees. My PDGA number is 124409, and it's a little late in coming from when I started playing because I really didn't get into tournaments until about the time that I opened the store. And that's when I started getting more into wanting to play with people in a competitive sense.
Okay, John, so when did you open your shop, and what made you choose Hamilton?
So I opened in 2019, and I chose Hamilton because I lived here, you know, and I really love Hamilton a lot. Our disc golf community here is amazing. We've got a lot of really good players and a lot of really friendly people, and I felt as though that opening my dream job in the city that I love the most would be basically a win-win for everybody.
Okay, John, I know you run a couple leagues. Why don't you tell me a little bit about them?
So the first league that I run is with Cabin Creek, which is a private course up north of Hamilton. 1998 Worlds were held there, and it's, to say an amazing course might be a little bit of an understatement. The pin positions are amazing. They change constantly, so it's always a challenge. So I run the Cabin Creek League on Tuesdays, and then on Wednesdays I do what I call a fun league, which is free, and it's just to come and play. You know, we run an ace fund on the fun league, but what it's really meant for is just to come and have fun and play disc golf.
Okay, John, so what's your favorite course in the area?
Well, that's a trick question because I just like courses in general for different reasons. I think that my favorite places to play right here, Houston Woods, we play there quite a bit. It's an amazing course, very technical and some long. Cabin Creek is right up there with Houston Woods, again, technical and long. And then locally, Hittin' Milliken is probably one of the best and easiest places to play. It's a challenging course. It doesn't have a lot of elevation changes, but it's technical and very, very well designed. So those are probably my three favorite in the area.
Okay, cool. Okay, what's the favorite disc you've ever owned?
So my favorite disc is the Reaper by far, the Z Plastic Reaper, but they don't make those anymore.
Yeah.
So they're kind of like gold. If I can grab one, then typically I don't put it in my bag, I put it in my box. But yeah, they're amazingly overstable, like wonderful fairway drivers. They're just so predictable.
Do you have any Reapers?
I have many.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I don't throw them. I can't, I can't lose them.
Yeah, keep them in a box, not the bag.
I do.
My precious.
Right.
All right, what would you say your favorite thing about disc golf is, and what drew you to disc golf in the first place?
Right, so what drew me to disc golf was a buddy of mine back in the day. His name was Brooks. He handed me a disc and told me I was going to play. And it was an Eclipse, which is the best disc that's ever been made. After I found the Cyclone, things changed a lot for me back then. So
about disc golf?
So my favorite thing about disc golf is probably the people.
Yeah.
You know, I got to say that I've never been around such a copacetic, amazing group of people ever. You know,
For sure.
And I've been playing since, you know, forever, I think, at least more than half my life, and I've only met 3 people I'll never play with again. So I think that's a pretty good average, you know?
We're 2 of them.
It's these 2 guys.
No, we've been here at Milliken, and everybody came up to John. What's up, John? How's it going? So everybody loves John too. All right, John, do you got any pet peeves about disc golf or disc golf etiquette or anything like that?
I'm not really annoyed by much of anything that happens on a course.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like it when people play up on you. Okay, I think that's probably my biggest pet peeve.
Yeah.
If you've got people in front of you, don't play up on the people in front of you. Wait for them to finish the hole and then ask them to play through. But when people play up on us, that's irritating.
Yeah.
You know, so other than that, everything's pretty copacetic with me. You know, I don't really care.
Yeah.
You know, I think that as a shop owner, like the thing that kind of makes me a little bit worried for people is when you're new and you want to throw discs that are too fast for your arm. I think.
Yeah.
And trying to talk people down into stuff.
Everybody goes through that.
Yeah, you know, I think that's kind of like, no, don't waste your money. But, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I think as a beginner, we all fall into that trap where
Like, yeah,
faster's
I wanna
better.
go
No,
further, I
yeah,
gotta throw a
we all
15
do.
speed.
Yeah.
I still do, and
Yeah.
I'm, you know, like I keep thinking, oh, I gotta throw that nuke. But,
Yeah.
not for my arm.
Yeah. I agree.
Who's the GOAT? Ken Climo or Paul Macbeth?
Oh well,
Greatest of all time.
that would be Climo. Sorry, Paul. But yeah, Climo is the best of all time.
Yeah.
Easy answer, huh?
Absolutely. easy
All right.
answer.
Yeah.
And there's like, we knew Climo back in the 90s.
Yeah.
When nobody knew anything.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, he's definitely the best. And right now, like my favorite guy to watch, my two favorite guys to watch on YouTube are Scott Stokely and Galbraith.
Gal, I haven't heard of him.
He's he's a pro. He does a lot of seminars and stuff.
Yeah.
He's so damn easygoing that like I love to get him out here to do a seminar.
Yeah.
You know, but both those guys are so knowledgeable and so good. Yeah.
I watch a lot of Stokely if I'm trying to learn how to fix form.
Yes.
Because he's real descriptive. And
He is.
And it's easy to understand, like
Yeah.
the way he describes the body mechanics.
Stokely, see, that's the thing, is if you know what you're doing, you can bring it down into something that people can understand.
Right. Explain
Yeah.
it like I'm
Yes.
5, you know?
Right, and
Yeah.
that's the thing is that that's how you know when you're a master.
Yeah.
You know, if you can take something like this and make it so
Anybody can understand it. Yeah.
Yes. Hoping.
You didn't say your favorite YouTubers were Slip-A-Disc though.
Oh yeah, my favorite YouTubers are Slip-A-Disc. Absolutely.
Yeah.
There we go.
Like and subscribe.
All right. So, what can people expect when they walk into your shop?
Oh, absolutely nothing. Which is the best way to live life. Expect nothing and be surprised by everything, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So, hopefully friendly and not quite so talkative service, but I can't shut up, so, you know. A pretty good disc selection. I try to keep a pretty wide variety of things from beginners to stuff that most people can't ever hope to throw, but, you know, we all try,
Yeah.
right? As much instruction as you can possibly imagine. If you have questions, I'm here to help you. I can do my best to help your form, to help you find the most perfect driver or the most perfect putter based on what you're already bagging. So if you bring your bag and you have questions, we'll go through it.
What would you say is your most memorable round ever played?
Ooh,
What's something that just stands out to you?
probably 1999. I was with my friend Jeff Placid at Karst Farm Park in Bloomington, and it was overcast, not windy, but you knew the rain was coming.
Yeah.
And so we were pounding them out trying to get this stuff done. Usually at Karst, we were lucky. We played everything par 3. They didn't have signs. They just had pads and baskets.
Yeah.
So everything was par 3. And we were both having pretty good games. I think I was 3 under by hole 6, which was pretty good for me at that point.
Yeah.
And I looked at my friend Jeff and I was like, it was a 325 and I had a rock. I got my rock out.
Yeah.
A KC Pro rock. And I looked at Jeff and I was like, I'm going to ace this. And Jeff was like, no, you're not. I'm like, no, I'm going to ace this. And I did a standstill and got a 325 ace for the mid-range.
Dang.
And it just went dead straight in. And I looked at Jeff and I'm like, and there was a dude on the hill that was coming over the hill to play that was following us. We didn't know he was there. He just started cheering. Like I had a one-man clap.
Yeah.
To me, that was like the best day ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because to call an ace and to get it,
That's
that
yeah.
was awesome. So, but you know, those days, I'm not so sure they're sticking with me anymore, but it's still a hell of a lot of fun to play.
Yeah. What do you think needs to be done to help disc golf grow locally and as a whole?
Oh my gosh. So what would be really, really good is more of an outreach program to schools and to community organizations to bring new players in.
Yeah.
You know, I think that there needs to be a bigger push for clubs and locals to welcome new players in,
Yeah.
to encourage them to play with us.
Yeah.
You know, because the thing is that newbies, it's hard. You know, and to support somebody through that learning curve of just getting a disc off the pad and getting a disc into the basket. Those are the kind of programs that we need to bring people back, or to bring people into the game.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, what's a course you haven't played but you've seen, or something that you want to play?
So I am really bad with names.
Yeah.
Like horrible with names. I can barely remember my own without my driver's license. So the one where the MVP Open is played.
Maple Hill.
Maple Hill.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful course.
To play Maple Hill
Yeah.
so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, eventually I might work my way up that direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can just describe what disc golf means to you, what would it be?
You know, disc golf would mean peace. You know, it's always been my place to go when everything else isn't at peace. And here I can just throw pieces of plastic and watch them sail and be happy.
Yeah.
So peace would be the word that I would use to describe this.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
I love it. What's one tip you'd give to beginners just to help improve their game?
So don't throw discs that are too fast for your arm, okay? Use a high minus disc, a high turn disc that's a fairway driver, and learn to put your foot down as you do your walk up before you start your rotation.
What's your favorite shot to throw yourself, and what's your favorite shot to see thrown?
Okay. So my favorite shot that I throw them all the time is hyzer flex. Like, I love the hyzer flex discs. It just makes me so happy. And you know, I throw it the most. And then anhyzers. I love anhyzers. My friends give me a hard time that I refuse to learn a forehand. Instead, I would rather anhyzer.
Yeah.
So, you know, but those are my two favorite, I think. And then, you know what, I think that, yeah, a hyzer flex, that, like a really long hyzer flex, is one of my favorite things to watch. It's just to watch it go.
So what's your favorite course you've ever played in your entire life?
So,
Or top 3 at least.
okay, so top 3 courses, 2 don't exist anymore because they've just been rearranged into something that's kind of a mess. But Veterans Park, the old Veterans Park in Arlington, Texas, was amazing. It was one of the best courses that has ever been around. So the old Miami course in Oxford, in Ohio, the old course was brilliant. Again, they rearranged it, they put buildings in the way, and what we've got is what we got. So currently, my favorite courses would be Houston Woods and Cabin Creek here in town. And then in Indiana, there's BC3, which is an amazing, it's a country club for disc golf. $10 to play all day, 27 holes, multiple pin pads, multiple pads per hole. So you can play the same course twice and it's a totally different course.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet when they do that.
So it's definitely worth the trip to go.
So what's your favorite disc in your bag?
Oh, the Photon.
Photon?
Yeah, the Photon. So usually 3 different plastics, and each plastic makes them slightly more understable. So to get that same speed, it's just how easy do they hyzer flex.
Gotcha.
So, you know, the Fission, I can anhyzer that without any difficulty. The plasma is very stable. Cosmic neutron is slightly overstable.
Okay.
So,
all right. Is there anything we haven't talked about your shop or disc golf or yourself in general that you want to talk about now?
I can say that out of every place I've lived, this is probably about the best group that I've been around. You know, disc golfers around here are just amazing.
Yeah.
You know, I know it's back to the community, but that to me is what it's about. You know, it's making connections and
Absolutely.
you know, playing an easy, fun game with really, really freaking cool people.
Yes.
You know, so that's just what it's about.
Love it. And real quick, what are the hours for your shop?
So right now it's Wednesday through Saturday, 12 to 6. If you really want to get in around those hours, if you text or hit me up on Facebook, we can make some arrangements for me to be there.
All right,
so,
awesome.
All right, well, we just played 18 holes with John, 18 questions.
Yep. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it. Lots of fun to play.
Yep. You too.
I broke my back. My back is broken. Spinal.